Hello and welcome to the Muddy Oak Supply Co. YouTube channel. In today's video, I wanted to take a look at a few different variations of pocket knives with different locking mechanisms and opening mechanisms, and I wanted to look at them through the lens of safety, right? Of making sure that they don't open accidentally in your pocket, or if you drop it and it shoots open. I've had some situations, right? I carry pocket knives all the time, and I've had some situations where, like the Mini Praxis, for example, I've dropped it, just going about my day, things happen, it falls out of my pocket or something, and it kind of does this sort of a thing, right? Where it's laying there and it partially pops open. And personally, I'd like to avoid this as much as possible, right? I'd like to avoid this happening in my pocket or if it falls on the ground. So anything I can do to kind of think about that, to avoid that, is worth doing, in my opinion. So this knife in particular has had that issue. One knife that I've never had an issue with, carrying it quite a bit, is the Opinel, right? So the Opinel number 8 here has this Virobloc locking mechanism, and it really makes it so that, one, it's a little more difficult to open just for everyday use, but you're not going to open this accidentally, right? There's really no way that you're going to be able to open this without it being very intentional, right? In your pocket, if you drop it, if you throw it out of a 10-story window, I'm not sure how you would open this without intentionally coming here, turning the lock to free the blade, and then opening it manually, right? So I think the Opinel locking mechanism, in terms of avoiding an accidental open, does have an advantage over these other style blades. So going from left to right here, we have a Kershaw Appa, right? This has a flipper opening mechanism, and it is an assisted open. So you can see how that might accidentally open on you if you drop it, if it falls out of your pocket, whatever. This does have the possibility of shooting open on you. So if that's something you care about, you can see how this might be a little dangerous, right? If you move to something like this Smith & Wesson, this Smith & Wesson is also an assisted open, but it does have a safety on it, right? So the safety is pretty nice. You have to disengage that, and then you can flip this guy open. And it does shoot open, right, with a lot of force. Shoots open just fine, but you have to be somewhat intentional about it, right? You have to change that safety, and it's not going to go, right? You have to open the safety to get it to kind of go off. So this is one that I think is almost in the same category as the Opinel, but it still has that kind of a spring-loaded mechanism, which requires that you engage the safety. So if you forget to engage the safety, this thing could just pop open on you at any time, right? So it's just it's hit or miss with these things. The Buck 110, right? So the Buck, I've had this pop open on me as well, right? I've dropped a ton of knives. I mean, it's just like I'm relatively clumsy in that way. I also use them every day, all the time. So occasionally one falls out of your hand, falls out of your pocket, bumps off a table, something like that, and they just kind of do this sort of a thing, right? They pop open a little bit, which isn't a reason for me to avoid carrying something like this, right? I love Bucks. It's just got that classic look. It's really nice in the hand. But in terms of safety, right? I mean, it is easy to open. So there's nothing really holding it in place, holding it down, right? There's no safety. It is, I mean, if you just have this resting in your pocket, there's a potential for that to happen, right? And just kind of poke you. So that's why these usually come with a sheath, right? You can put it on your belt, nice leather sheath, so that you could avoid any kind of issues in that regard. But, in terms of just strictly avoiding unintentional opens, you can see how this might be an issue. The CIVIVI Mini Praxis, same sort of thing, right? We have the flipper here, so there's no assisted open, but it does pop open very easily. And you can see how just a little bit of force here, and that just kind of, it partially opens, but it's enough to cut yourself, to poke yourself, whatever. And even if you just kind of flick it, no, not so much with this. With the Buck though, if you flick it, it can open, right? So it's just, there's scenarios where these knives can pop open and really ruin your day pretty easily. The Bugout, kind of in the same way, right? Like, it's easily opened. Again, is this an issue? Probably not. Like, for 99% of the time, not an issue. But if you're just really trying to eliminate that completely, it's I don't know. You tell me what you think, right? Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about all this. But the Opinel, right? That Virobloc locking mechanism is just it's like 100%, right? Locked in if you have it closed. There's really no way to accidentally open this, right? Even with the bug out, like again, it's usually when you drop them, which is user error. Don't get, I mean, 100% it's the user's fault if you drop it or you make a mistake. But like this one, for example, let me see if I can get it to just pop open. No, that one didn't do it. Let me see if I can get the Kershaw or the CIVIVI here. No, didn't pop open. Any of these gonna pop open? No. Obviously now they don't open at all. But yeah, it's user error, and you know, mistakes happen though. So the Opinel, right, that Virobloc locking mechanism really just kind of makes it difficult to have an accident, right? To accidentally open this up and cut yourself or someone else unintentionally. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about this, right? It was just something that kind of crossed my mind in terms of safety, right? I do like that I have to very intentionally lock that up and open it back up, right? So as long as you lock it, this thing is just not going to open on you. So just something I was thinking about. Let me know what you think in the comments. If this is a bunch of nonsense, if I'm just an idiot, let me know. But yeah, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.